So yeah, Goldlewis got shown off not too long ago. Absolutely crazy character. Got a giant dude, big coffin, alien inside, like absolutely ridiculous character design. But his actual gameplay got showed off. It's like 6 minutes long of just talking about how the character actually works. I want to look at this with you guys. Obviously, this thing been memed to hell, but I want to take a look at it because it's very unique as far as how this character actually works. I've never seen a character that has this many moves all with one button. So let's take a look at it and like break it down a little bit because I think it's very interesting as far as how this actually works. Let's look at it.
A character who can effectively poke, mix up, and keep the opponent locked down by attacking with his coffin. Take the opponent down with his undeniable, overwhelming power. Behemoth Typhoon. Goldlewis swings his coffin. You can perform a variety of attacks by inputting a half circle in the direction of your choice and HS. As the attack properties vary greatly depending on the half circle input.
So this is pretty much what I want to talk about right here. Now he's going to break down all the moves and stuff like that inside the video. I'm not going to sit here and meme you guys to death as the video was already memed, but we're going to sit here and break some of this down real quick. So he has essentially 8 moves of different half circle forwards off of this attack. And I think that's a little definitely overwhelming. They say he's like an average difficulty character when it comes to actually playing him. And he got some unique things. So like some of these attacks, he has like 2 lows, he has like 2 overheads. A lot of these actually guard crush and stuff like that. He definitely got some plus frames off some of these. They can definitely combo the low and overhead if they hit at like certain ranges and stuff. One of them actually like swoops the opponent to the other side. So it's definitely some very interesting things. We're going to take a look at some of these. And he could do them in the air as well, which is scary. I got to definitely test out some of these for sure, because when he be talking about it, he be saying like, this is a low, right? He be like, this Behemoth Typhoon is a low. And he's like, it's also air okay. I'm like, what do you mean it's air okay? Is it a low in the air? But obviously it can't be a low in the air. That would be insane, right? So he has these giant swooping attacks. I don't know if every single one of them is actually guard point. We look at his normals right here. He also got some very interesting things when it comes to his normals. Then of course he has the like security level gauge down there that dictates some of his special moves. You know, I was under the impression also that this character wasn't going to have a run just because of how big he is. I'm very surprised they actually gave this character a run. His run looks absolutely ridiculous, by the way. If you can see the animation right there. I thought for some reason this would be a command grab or something, but he legit has a run. I don't know if he has an air dash. I hope he doesn't. I would hope not. But yeah, he already has some like pretty big buttons and stuff. He seems like he's going to have some pretty good pokes. I wonder how his priority going to be. I wonder what his weakness is going to be too. He has like guard crushes. Seems like he has pretty good damage, pretty good confirmability when it comes to his attacks and stuff. It looks like he's going to be pretty safe as far as like the distance he's putting himself at with these attacks and like how big these swings are. Look like they take up a lot of the screen. So I wonder what his weakness is. He does have a projectile. The projectile can eat through other projectiles when he has high security level. He does have Oki when it comes to his like little drone. There's a drone they show off a little bit later too. There's a lot of things he could do with the Behemoth Typhoon. He get combos off of it, man. They're showing some of the combos right here. So like, yeah, you can do that. You can pick up with the combo right there. He does, look, you can see massive chunks of damage. That was 4 hits. He's already, this is one of the lows they're talking about, but it says air okay, right? So he's talking about this as a low, but it's air okay. So I don't think the air version is actually going to be a low, but it's crazy that he has all these attacks plus air versions of like, if not all, some of them. So he's got at least about like 12 to 16 attacks with this one move. You know, it could be very jarring as far as to figure out which one you want to do. And just all the motions blurred together. I would definitely personally probably get confused trying to do this. I know I would get confused. This is the one that actually flips up and you can actually put him in the corner. This is pretty good because it saves him the risk of like doing using meter. So if he has this back to the wall, this could be a very interesting like combo tool. He doesn't have to RC to like put you in the corner. And as you can see from the combo right here, it does a massive chunk of damage, right? Like right there. That's a massive chunk. So if he does that and he get a wall splat into like a super or something, he could definitely really make it hurt. To talk about security level gauge like I was talking about before. So he has the machine gun attack and it does more hits with how many he has. The drone is pretty interesting because the distance that the drone travels, as well as it seems like how many hits it does, is also directly affected by the security level gauge. You can see there's different levels of it as well when he does it. If we get past the gun part. So it has like the regular one that comes out where it just like is nothing happening. You see there's nothing on it. That's the regular one. It doesn't go that far. Then there's the yellow one. So you see the yellow spark one. This one goes like mid screen or almost full screen actually. than the red one. By the way, the alien is actually throwing these out if you didn't catch that. As well as with the machine gun, the alien actually hands him the machine gun. So this comes out and it like does multiple hits with a nice big explosion too. So they're going to show something here that gets me a little bit scared. So obviously he's going to get like Oki opportunities, as we can see right here. So he can set this up. He can go for mix-ups. Big boy is moving, as you can see. Big boy is obviously moving. He didn't do an air dash. He just jumped over. This looks like a very good cross-up move too, by the way. Whatever this move is, it looks like it hits very well for cross-up. It looks like a very good move. It looks like it's going to set up for some pretty good damage things. You see doing like tick stuff, run up and come up with the overhead. Very good. Looks very good for pressure. I can already see this character knocking you down, and after every hit, he's going to be setting up this Thunderbird. I could definitely see that being part of his game plan. It definitely looks like it's going to be a pretty strong tool. Talking about the actual machine gun a little bit more, as you can see. It does a massive chip, as you can see. They're definitely talking about the chip. Look at the chip damage. And like this security level, like look at this. That is ridiculous. All of that was chip, by the way. They didn't get hit. I believe they didn't get hit. Yeah, so this is all chip. So guard crush chip damage, and then this chip damage. Ridiculous, right? So you're just getting chipped out. So even if you're not getting hit, blocking this character is scary. And then he has a good, as you see, projectile that can deal with other projectiles. Now his super is pretty interesting, because not only does he have a super like this, he can like rotate the super in like 720 motions to get additional damage. You can see big boy combo into the super. You saw the one drone, then he's going to get two drones right there. Bam, bam, right? So he can also rotate the super for like a 720 motion and get more damage. It's ridiculous. Look at that. 3 drones right there. Pretty interesting mechanic right there. Now this super is going to be highly interesting. I want to see how people actually use this, because it doesn't seem like it's going to do that much damage. And this super directly is affected by his security level as well. So he can spin a security level on the machine gun, on the actual drone, and the super. So it's kind of weird that a super actually takes another resource outside of just the super meter. It actually directly affected by this. But the higher it is, the like higher is going to like, or the longer it's going to stay, which is going to be interesting for sure. This is the part that makes me a little scared right here. Right here. So they're showing off some of the gameplay. You can see he has really high attack levels on some of this stuff because he gets like nice trade stuff. It looked like he could have picked this up for a combo. This definitely looked like a combo opportunity. With the high this bounce was, the attack level looks strong enough to where he could have definitely picked this up. You see it, he has time to run. So he could definitely could have pressed like 5K, 5P, probably forward slash or something to pick this up. You definitely had time to do something. And then mixing up right there. This right here is what makes me a little bit scared. For one, this is just a sad situation. Let's look at this whole situation real quick. I gotta drop some hands for the Eno players out there, bro. I gotta pour one out for them, because you got this big dude running at you, and he low profiles horizontal chemical love. Do you guys notice that? Look at this. Oh man, these Eno players, I know they're livid, bro. Oh, you hate to see it. Anyway, he goes underneath it. And then this happened. He jumps, he does the move, and then this explosion happens. Now, the problem with this, as big as this character is, you can't see him in this explosion. This is very problematic, because you don't know what he is going to be doing. He could be going for a low. He could already be tossing out the giant overhead. He could be about to jump over you. You don't know what's happening inside of this. You can't see. It's very reminiscent of what happens when you fight Piccolo inside of Dragon Ball. Have you ever seen that? The problem is a good mix-up, but half the problem with the super was you couldn't see what you were about to get hit with. So because it's covering him up and you can't see what he's doing, this may lead to some very problematic situations, especially with this explosion in the corner. So we're going to see how this plays out. That's very worrisome to me about this explosion and how big it is, and the fact that you can't see. It's not covering Eno right now, maybe because it's mid-screen, but maybe in the corner you probably can't see anything. But overall, he looks like an interesting character. Obviously, I'm going to try him out because it's a new character, so I definitely want to try out just all the new characters. Any new character that comes out, you know, just to get the matchup knowledge, for one, is good to, like, I feel like just to test them out, try them out a little bit, see what they could do. Because as you play new characters, especially in this game, I feel like it's kind of easy to pick up At least majority of the characters you can pick up a little bit, and it allows you to see like what other players would do it versus it. I'm at least gonna definitely lab versus him, but I also want to play him a little bit too to see how people deal with some of his tools. That would give me like some insight of like how I would think about dealing with his tools with my main character, which is obviously Milia. But overall, very interesting. I like the idea of the security level. He's the first character in the game, or no, second character. I forgot. Obviously, Zato has meter management, but he definitely has, you know, a very unique meter management for himself that has like level system with it as well. So it's definitely gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see more characters come with more mechanics. This is the best thing about DLC characters, and also the scariest thing about DLC characters is how strong is he's going to be. We all joke about, you know, DLC character tiers when it comes to fighting games, right? Because sometimes DLC characters come out and they're like completely throw off the balance of games. Is this character really going to outdo Soul? That is the thing. Is he really going to outdo the main big baddies of the game right now? We don't know. We got to get our hands on him. Once people really be able to crack down this character and see what he can actually do, it's going to be absolutely insane, because the guard crushes are plus. We know that. We've seen the guard crushes being plus inside this video. He has massive chip. He has ways to deal with zoning. He has mix up. He has damage. He can flip you over without having to use RC. He has a run for a big body character. He's probably going to have pretty good size health as well. It doesn't seem like he has an air dash. At least they didn't show it. He has a good cross up move. So I'm trying to see where the character lies in his weakness. We're definitely going to have to wait to see. But overall, I can't wait for him to come out very soon. Definitely going to be playing him. I think we have like 2 days? Like 2 days where he can come out. So yeah. Definitely gonna be trying him out, so we'll see for then. Yeah, I'll definitely be throwing up some match videos of this character for sure.